Hello and welcome to week 2, day 3 of the 4th grade Bengals. So, let's get a head start on our exit ticket today with which was yesterday's exit ticket. 7,200 divided by 9. So, I'm going to start off, which I've already done, with writing down my 9 times tables. So I'm going to see how many 9s go into 72. Well, 8 of them. Where am I going to put that 8? This is where a lot of mistakes happen. Put the 8 above the 2 of 72. 8 times 9 equals 72. And there are still students thinking, hey, I'm done now. No. Answer can't be 8. You got a 4-digit number up here. There's no way. 9. If I were to do the reverse of this, the inverse, 8 times 9 equals 7,200. Doesn't make sense. So I'm going to bring down my 0 from the tens place to see how many 9s go into 0, which is 0 of them. 0 times 9 equals 0. I subtract. I get 0. Well, now I'm going to bring down the 0 from the ones place. 9 goes into 0. 0 times 9 times 9. 0 times 9 equals 0. I subtract. I end up with nothing, and nothing left over, or nothing left to bring down, giving me the answer of 800, which makes a lot more sense than just saying the answer 8, right? Moving on to today, we're sticking with the 4-digit last day of division, but now every place value in our 4-digit number will have a number between 1 and 9, okay? So the same process that we just got done doing yesterday, but now, instead of subtracting and getting a bunch of zeros and bringing down a bunch of zeros, we're going to be bringing down other digits besides 0. Anything between 1 and 9. So the model here is 3,824 divided by 8. I've already done my 8 times tables. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72. Now I'm going to ask myself, how many 8s go into 38? Closest I can get to without going over would be 32. So I'm going to write 32 right here. And I'm going to write 4 times above the 38. 4 times 8 equals 32, which we already confirmed. 38 minus 32 equals 6. Now I'm going to bring down the 2 from the tens place. That is the tens place, correct? How many 8s go into 62? Well, what's the closest without going over? 56. There's 7 of them that go in. 7 times 8 equals that 56. I subtract. I get 6. I bring down the 4 from the ones place. How many 8s go into 64? Well, 8 of them go exactly into 64. 8 times 8 equals 64. I subtract. I get nothing left over, giving me and nothing left to bring down, giving me the solution of 478. One step we haven't talked about here yet is checking your answer. Well, how would I check my answer? I would do the inverse. I would take 478 times 8. And we're going to see that a lot in 5th grade. I really push us checking our answer. Every time we get done with a division problem, we go ahead and do the inverse. We take our our quotient, and take it and times it by the dividend, what we're dividing by, just to check and see if we can get 3,824. Moving on to number 2. 1,280 divided by 5. Go ahead, write your 5 times tables and work it out and solve. Hit the pause button now, please. Okay, so we've written our 5 times tables, and hopefully you've already solved, and I'm going to go over it with you. So the first thing you probably recognize is that 5 goes into 12 2 times to get 10. 2 times 5 equals 10. I subtract, I get 2 left over. I bring down, or you hopefully brought down your 8, and asked yourself how many 5s go into 28. Well, you hopefully recognize there's 5 of them that go in to get 25. 5 goes above the 8 from 28. 5 times 5 equaled that 25. You subtract to get 3. Now I'm going to bring down that 0. And the 1s, ooh, Mr. Burns, I thought you said that we were going to deal with 1 through 9. Well, I threw a 0 in there. Okay. So now I'm bringing down a 0. 5 goes into 30 6 times, as we can see here. 5 times 6 equaled that 30. I subtract, I have nothing left over, giving me 256 as my solution. And you can check it by doing 256 times 5 to see if you can get 1,280. Let's move ahead to number 3. 1,808 divided by 4. Go ahead, write your 4 times tables, solve for the product, and work through the steps of solving this division problem. Hit the pause button now, please. So let's find out, after you've done your multiplication facts, you're going to find out if you got them correct by seeing if you got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36. Hopefully everything's good there. And then we're going to see how many 4s go into 18. 4 goes into 18. The closest I can get to is 16. So therefore it goes in 4 times. Put that 4 above the 8 from 18. 4 times 4 equals 16. I subtract to get 2. I bring down my 0. Now I have 20. 4 goes into 20 5 times, according to what I have here. 5 times 4 equals 20. I subtract, I have nothing. Ooh, we have nothing, Mr. Brisland. Are you all done? Nope, I have another digit I have to bring down still. The 8 from the 1's place. 4 goes into 8 2 times. 2 times 4 equals 8. Now I officially have nothing and nothing to bring down, giving me the solution of 452. And once again, you can check yourself by doing 452 times 4 to confirm that it equals 1,808. Last problem for the week, right? 5,082 divided by 7. Write your 7 times tables and solve. Go ahead and hit that pause button now, please. I've written my 7 times tables. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, and 63 are all the multiples of 7. And I keep going on and on and on, but I don't need to. 7 goes into 5. Nope, it doesn't. But 7 does go into 50. Which multiple of 7, that's what these are called, is closest to 50 without going over? It would be 49. Well, it took me 7 times to get there. 7 goes above the 50, the 0 from the 50. 7 times 7 equals 49. I'm going to subtract to get 50 minus 49, which makes 1. I'll bring down my 8 from the tens place. 7 goes into 18. Closest I can get to it would be 14. So it took me 2 times to get there. Put the 2 above the 8 from 18. That's why it's really important to keep everything nice and neat. 2 times 7 equals 14. Subtract, I get 4. Now I'm bringing the 2 from the 1's place to make it a 42. 7 goes into 42 how many times? Well, it goes in exactly into 42. It took me 6 times to get there. 6 times 7 equals 42. I subtract, I have nothing left over and nothing to bring down, giving me 726 as my solution. Now, you're going to go ahead, do your exit ticket problem in your packet, and then, yes, that is a 4, not a 9. All right. So 3,432 divided by 6. And then submit your answer in Google Form in the Google Classroom, as usual. Thank you for wonderful participation today. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here next week.